Thank you very much. May you all be seated. All right, I will be calling on the overseer of the communications unit, corporate affairs, office of this great citadel of learning, to actually put us in the hands of God the Creator. May I invite to the podium here Mrs. Maya Obama. You're welcome, ma'am.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for a day like this. We thank you, Father Lord, for this gathering, and we ask, O Lord, that you be in our midst. Through Christ, our Savior, we pray.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Without further ado, let me introduce to you, gentlemen of the press, those that are making the University of Lagos what it is today, as a citadel of learning, of first choice and the nation's pride, as we pride ourselves. Permit me to introduce to you our Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic and Research, under whose leadership we will be looking at these particular issues why we are all here today. May I respectfully introduce to you all the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic and Research, Professor Oluwole Faminoni. Welcome, sir. A round of applause, please. Of course, seated next to him is the man we refer to as the father of all children, Baba, if you must say. His name is Professor Ademola Adeleke. He is the Dean of Student Affairs of this great citadel of learning. Of course, there are a lot of things that go underneath. The woman who, of course, oversees the undercurrent of how students graduate and, of course, how they do their examinations. She's also very much here present with us. Permit me also to introduce to you the chairman of the Central Timetable and Examination Committee, Professor Aderoke Adebeju Bello. You're welcome, ma'am. Before you, sir, this morning we have gentlemen of the press from respective media outlets, sir, and them do be introducing themselves just right after this time.
My name is Adeshala Demsa from the Nation newspaper.
Good morning. My name is Moyeni Apasa.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Boss on Nigerian people.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason Tomi Accommodation from the Guardian newspaper.
Christiana Antimitofia Latif from Daily Trust newspaper.
My name is Marita Ibolose from the Punch newspaper.
Good morning, sir. My name is Audio Emmanuel. I'm a video journalist from RSP.
My name is Victor Adeoye from Unilag TV.
Mr. Deputy Vice Chancellor, sir. Just gone by the introduction of the press who are here present to grace this occasion. Sir, they are all waiting for your address, sir.
The Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Adeleke, the Chairman of the Timetable and Examination Committee, Professor Adebeju Bello, other members from the university, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the University of Lagos, University of First Choice and the Nation's Pride. We are here this morning to intimate you with the examination that were conducted, and also to let you know about our resumption, which is coming up on Monday, 10th of May 2021. To make sure that all of us are on the same page, we want to give you correct information concerning what we've done and what we intend to do. Let me start by having a formal meeting. I will let you know that the University of Lagos remains committed to taking necessary and effective steps at minimizing the risk of health and safety of the staff, students, and other stakeholders, as well as the security of campus during and post-COVID pandemic. The university recognizes the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and is not limited to the present only, but will alter the future, compelling significant shifts across various aspects of social life and social life with implication for the management of the university environment. The University of Lagos, as a leading institution dedicated to quality teaching, learning, research, and community service, were swift to migrate both teaching and examination online to continue playing its key role in nation building, limiting the presence of our students on campus to mitigate the risk of COVID-19 on campus in line with NCDC guidelines. This report covers the activities of the University of Lagos as it concerns the coordination, response, and measures taken for the migration of the University of Lagos learning and examination activities online. What are the things we have to do before we are able to do all of this? The University of Lagos adopted online teaching to complete the fourth semester 2019-2020 pandemic academic session. To achieve this, basic requirements for online and examination were put in place, and this includes: 1. Development of e-learning policy, which was approved by the University Senate. The policy document broadly deals with overarching the principles applicable to e-learning in terms of standardization of format of presentation, content delivery, assessment, learning environment, and evaluation. Why do we have to have e-learning policy? Previous to this time, we have no reason to have the whole examination done online. We can assist in part of our learning before, but now to migrate everything, we need to have a new policy so that people will be able to operate within an environment that they are very conversant of what they are supposed to do. So we need to upgrade the university ICT infrastructure, especially internet connectivity, both wired and wireless, across the campuses, cloud hosting of our servers and inverters for constant power supply, complete overhauling of university data center with high-end connectivity devices, provision of LAN and high-end wireless access point devices geared towards improving connectivity of the university environment, increased the bandwidth connectivity to 2 gigabytes, deployment of customized LMS software, modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment module that supports asynchronous and synchronous learning mode. Give access to our VLAN Unilag.edu. That's the name for our LMS in terms of people which is online. This facilitates the real-time online teaching using Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. Training and retraining of lecturers on the use of online learning management system, LMS, especially content development by lecturers, content design, framework, and design, development, and production of course material in mixed media format. We also ensure security and safety of persons and university assets on campus in compliance with prescribed safety measures and protocols. And lastly, provision of sponsored toll-free data to students for online examination. So after doing all of those ones, we need to have the online teaching and learning. The university commenced the online lecture delivery on January 25th, 2021 for about 50,000 students, undergraduate and postgraduate, with asynchronous loading of lecture materials using the university installed LMS. Staff and students across faculties were trained to use the customized LMS through Zoom, manuals, and video recordings to guide easy upload of lecture materials, and Zoom lecture delivery were made available. The commencement of online lectures came with challenges and initial hiccups from staff and students. However, issues were resolved following proactive measures deployed by the university management, support, and monitoring. The issues were resolved, I can say, very quickly. Online lectures was for a period of 8 weeks through the first semester 2019-2020 session. Besides only teaching that were conducted online, the university library supported us. The University of Lagos deployed its services to support students and faculty in e-learning environment services. And this support included the print resources. The print resources were converted, they converted our print resources, most of them, to bibliographic records to machine readable formats using library management system called Next-Gen Library. This is to grant access to print resources domiciled on our shelves from to online public access catalog. So that our patronizers and our stakeholders were able to access the library during the pandemic through that method. We also have e-resources. The library subscribe to fee-based databases comprising of e-books and e-journals. The fee-based database included the following: EcoHost, academic that is complete, Science Direct, ProQuest Central, Cengate, Emerald, Nexus, IG Publishing, and other open resources. To make sure that our students get these services, the research and reference services of the library were provided remotely. Previously, you need to get the access to the library only using university IP address, but during the pandemic, all these electronic services were made available to any one of our students who want to access our library remotely, so that they don't have to come to the campus and they were not shortchanged for not coming to campus. We also have chat technology, like ask a librarian a question, so that you'll be able to, if you have any problem. So, in addition to all this, then you can reach the library email, or you can reach the library through Zoom. Chat a librarian offer help through a chat a librarian service, where students have access to real-time help through virtual chat to link to the services of the university. Library services to impaired students, visually impaired students. library provided the following services to visually impaired students: appointment for in-depth assistance, virtually installation and configuration of assistance tool on online student personal devices, transcription of learning resources to accessible formats using applications such as ABB, YY, Fine Reader, and other assistance tools. In case where students download and print learning materials, the immersive learning system library can scan and convert such learning to a readable format in braille or audio. Online examination. The university conducted online examination using a cloud-based online platform called the Web Test. The Web Test platform has the facility for proctoring, that is, monitoring students remotely. The examination and students as well are monitoring the examination and the students as all together. This was adopted to protect the integrity of the examination. The following examinations were conducted online. 1. The qualifying entrance examination to the University of Lagos, which is post-JAM examination, and the 2019-2024 semester examination were conducted online. Let's look at the qualifying entrance examination. The post UTME was conducted on the 15th through Wednesday, 24 February 2021, and a total of 19,386 candidates successfully took the examination. School of Postgraduate Studies examination. The School of Postgraduate Studies qualifying examination was successfully conducted online for 13,735 students over a period of 3 days. School of Foundation Studies qualifying examination. The online platform was deployed for qualifying examination of the School of Foundation Studies, and this was successfully used for 2,263 candidates in their various subject combinations. First semester examination, 2019-2020, first semester examination. The platform, which I told you earlier, web test, the platform was deployed for online examination of EST, General Studies examination in all levels, and the first semester examination for 100 and 200 level students. Despite the fact that the online platform was deployed, all undergraduate and postgraduate students online were scaled down to accommodate 100 and 200 level students only. So that, because those are the courses that have the largest number of students. In line with the exam preparation of University Service and National University Commission, students in 300 and 400, 400 and 500 levels were scheduled for physical examination. However, in compliance with the NCDC guidelines of COVID-19, the physical examination were conducted in batches. Venues of the examination were identified and expected to ensure compliance with COVID-19 protocols, and sanitizers were provided for students with the enforcement of no face mask, no entry rule. Only examination docket endorsed by the authorized university officer, that is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, was approved document for the examination to enter the examination and to host it. ESC examination. The examination commenced on 22nd of February till Friday, 22nd to 26th March 2021. Examinations were held online via web test platform, and proctors were used to monitor students. The examination was highly successful with over 34,534 registered students participated in exam successfully. 100 and 200 level examination. The first semester examination for 100 and 200 levels were held online from 29th March 2021 to April 7, 2021. Over 161,000 students were examined in well over 800 courses across all faculties in the university. Special examination arrangements were made for visually impaired students. Our visually impaired students, which about numbered about 48, were taken in the e-resource center of Distance Learning Institute, and this will give them special arrangement. Visually impaired students were physically proctored by lecturers assigned to invigilate the examination. An extra time was given to them, which is about the 1.5 times of the time they were given, were added to the examination to take care of challenges of their impairment. Specific concession for examination for the online examination. Some courses with unique requirements, such as dancing, swimming, phonetics, and library practical, had their examination conducted in special circumstances and use of alternative practical under exam regulations of SEDI. Uploading and integrity of our examination questions. The heads of department in consultation with their examination officers were the only person authorized to upload the questions to the platform after moderation. No third party is allowed to be part of the examination question upload, not even CITS. Provision of sponsored data to our students. The University of Lagos management decided to support all students with free data for online examination of the first semester 2019-2020 examination by enabling a toll-free access to the examination platform for all students. To this end, the university made payment for the major telecom companies to purchase sponsored data on behalf of the students. Considering the population of 100 and 200 level students, the university decided to subscribe to 20 terabytes of sponsored data plan for all the 4 major networks, that is MTN, Airtel, Glo, and 9 Mobile. Hence, making a total of 80 terabytes of data in all. Phone numbers of all 100 and 200 level students were collated based on the agreement with the network providers and university data, agreement between network providers and the university. Data were awarded to students as shown below. Those subscribers got 10 gig per student, Airtel subscribers 5 gig per student, 9 mobile subscribers 5 gig per student, MTN subscribers 3.5 or 5 gig per student as considered appropriate. As the examination began, the telecommunication companies experienced some challenges while trying to whitelist the examination platform for toll-free access for our students. The challenges were as a result of the dynamic nature of the examination platform, as it uses dynamic IP address and keep generating new subdomains on the fly. We were, however, constrained to adopt data gifting option as the only option for supporting our students during the online examination. Quality assurance measures. In order to ensure the quality of the lecture delivery and online examination, the quality assurance the committee of the university and online examination committee monitored the preparation of the timetable, tested the proctoring software, and prepared land setup in each faculty to ensure internet connectivity. Other quality assurance measures used during the course of the online learning and examination are highlighted as follows. 1. Development of e-learning policy, which I've told you about. upgrade of the university online infrastructural facilities. Over the past 10 years, the university has been utilizing the online infrastructural facilities for some group of students on online platform LMS. However, there was need to upgrade to cloud hosting, improved internet connectivity both for wired and wireless, and provision of backup power supply of the university's data center, so that something happens, that we will say that something holding our examination back. All this upgrade was geared towards increasing the capacity to support online learning. Creation of new test platform for the purpose of online examination. A new platform, a replica of VLAN, was created for continuous assessment purposes. The platform was provided to hold a fast and unhindered internet connection during the continuous assessment. Standardization of examination questions. To ensure standardization of examination in university, a new structure for online examination was deployed and approved by the University Senate for implementation. Proctoring arrangement. To ensure a credible online examination, the academic staff members were engaged as proctors, and the following guidelines were applied. Minimum of 1 proctor for 25 students was applied, was adopted. The boardroom of these faculties was equipped with LAN wiring. However, the CITS also equipped as proctoring center for any department or faculty that may require such proctoring. Students were sensitized on the online examination malpractices. Proctoring assistance web tests were used to trace examination malpractices. The proctors were able to view the picture of the expected student in conjunction with the students writing the examination to prevent impersonation. Proctors can communicate with the student by speaking or chatting to correct any unexpected behavior. If the students refuse to comply, such students can be flagged for a review. Opportunity was also given to lecturers to review the recording of the flagged students. The entire examination were recorded. For future reference. To anybody who gives make any allegation of something that has happened and why it was flagged, all the examinations were recorded. Provision of feedback mechanism from staff and students. Help desk platform were provided to capture and attend to both staff and students complaints. Google form was designed to prompt report and documentation of complaints. Complaints reported were promptly attended to. In addition to this, faculty helplines were made available to receive calls from candidates. Complaints such as network issues, inability to log in, system error, break in internet connectivity, and disconnection after chatting candidates were received from candidates via the helpline. Students also sent email. Complaints received from all platforms were investigated, and students with genuine cases were rescheduled for another examination. The rescheduled candidates to students were informed accordingly via email addresses and text messages. All of this could not just go without any challenge. We have some challenges. The first of them is funding. Most of the expenses were sourced from university legal resources. Most of the expenses were sourced from university legal resources. It will be beneficial if the federal government can be of assistance in funding the e-learning platform. You notice that because of this talk, I've been talking about we have to upgrade our internet services. Insufficient internet services was one of the problems. Provision of adequate internet services is vital to the success of online e-learning system. Improved capacity building, continuous and improved training for both staff and students on e-learning platform was carried out. But that's one of the challenges that we had, and we still continue to train our staff and students. Provision of appropriate hardware to equipment for students and staff. University could still benefit from the provision of adequate laptops with enabled webcams or tablets. In conclusion, the e-learning platform was timely and highly beneficial, as large international classes can be conducted without having large halls. It reduced the use of paper and its attendant cost. It provided university the opportunity to minimize the attendant risk of health and safety of the students and staff and other stakeholders during and post-COVID pandemic. So it is in our considered opinion that the University of Lagos and all other institutions should be encouraged to further deepen the virtual learning platform through the use of special grants for the universities to be able to carry out this work. Because we are not expecting the COVID, and so no special fund was made ready for COVID, but we have to rise to the occasion from the meager resources of the university to be able to.
Please, another round of applause for the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Research, Professor Olumi, who will be speaking to us on the school resumption, which is scheduled to start performing on Monday, 10th of May 2021. As a matter of fact,
that was what has gone
by, yes.
So now let's talk about the resumption.
Okay.
Following the successful completion of the first semester examination for the 2019-2020 session conducted by University of Lagos hereby announces the resumption of students for the second semester 2019-2020 session with effect from May 10th, 2021. In conformity with COVID-19 protocols as prescribed by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and as part of the prerequisites by students for resumption, the halls of residence are expected to adhere strictly to the following guidelines. Face masks must be worn into and out of hostels at all times. Only bona fide students with officially allocated and paid bed spaces registered for 2019-2020 session will be admitted into the halls of residence. Students who meet the condition above can move into the hostel from Sunday, May 9, 2021. Proof of hostel allocation, such as hall pass and confirmation slip, must be presented. A student's duly endorsed copy of indemnity form must be submitted for those who want to be in halls of residence. Students are allowed to bring special mattress, locker table, wall fan that meet all specifications and are duly registered with the hall staff. Students are expected to visit university website www.unilag.edu.ng for the revised academic calendar for the second semester 2019-20 session. And in that website, you will see that we expect that the students, our request for the students that they must bring their face mask, they must wear face mask, they must have hand sanitizers and that all of this is to conform the COVID-19 protocol. Students must not be caught promoting overcrowding the rules beyond their carrying capacity. They can, all those, students must be willing to obey all legal rules and regulations associated with penalties for hotel residency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Just like we've heard it, let's quickly inform that it's a blended session, and these school reopening is actually been live on our YouTube channel and across our social media platforms. And the questions that are already waiting, it's a blended session. So once we finish with the questions from the president here, we'll also switch over online to get questions from guardians, parents, and as well as students who may have one or three questions to ask the management staff here. So we'll start from the pressmen here, gentlemen of the press, to ask their questions.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Jason Tony Accommodation from the Guardian newspaper. Sir, I would want to know, from the end of the students, what are some of the challenges they face accessing the online platform before the exam and after the exam? And also I want to know, to a larger extent, in percentage, what was the success rate of the institution going online for the e-library and the examination? What is the success rate in percentage? And also, lastly, I want to know, we know that underlevel students and sub-level students are of high population. What are some of the mechanisms that have been put in place to be able for the students to be able to have their lecture? Because they still remain the same numbers. Are they going to be in batches, or will they still hold their lectures in the same hall? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, which house is that?
The Guardian.
Guardian. Good day, sir. My name is Paul Guinino from Daily Independent Newspaper. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the management of the university for a good job properly delivered during the COVID period of post-COVID. Sir, you spoke about everything that was put in place to make learning and delivery of lecture materials easy for the students. I'm concerned about the faculty because from interaction with lecturers in other universities, many complain about poor facilities in their respective institutions to drive this. Consequently, many students complain of lecture dumping and absence of voice notes as a form of explanation or interactive sessions. And in view of this, lecturers too also, on their part, complain that many students log in into sessions and subsequently disappear. And when asked, they say, data electricity challenge. How did you resolve this? Talking about the resumption, sir. Scientists have raised questions about possibility of a third wave, COVID-19 in Nigeria, in view of the attitude of many Nigerians to it and the failure to comply to the NCDC rules. Have the hostels been fumigated? Would there be screening at at the point of entry into hostels. Like,
Use your first facility after the examination. Because the examination is real time, if you don't get it, you don't get it. So, we gave data to the students to make sure that you are able to go through the examination. In terms of internet access, these students are in different parts of Nigeria, or it can be abroad. Anywhere you are, you can access our examination and lectures. So, you cannot determine and cannot control their internet access ability because it's beyond our capacity as a university. I don't think anybody can even control that one. The other one is the lack of appropriate infrastructure for the students. Some people wanted to use their daily independent. Sorry, daily independent. Four facilities of the faculty. Four facilities by leading to intellectual dumping rather than being interactive. When we started, so this thing was forced on us and we are not prepared for it. Not that nobody was prepared for it. We have never, I don't know if we have seen this kind of pandemic before. I think the last time, as soon as your first stress, you need to start, you cannot be counted in by COVID forever. So when we started, our income, despite the fact that we train people, when you train people and when the first time they are going to have hands-on, the fear of the no will still be there until when they start using it, then you get comfortable with it, and then you start running with the facility, with both the platform facilities. Even your own, if you buy a new phone, you will first of all have to mess up a little bit. You have to cut off when you are speaking, you want to say maybe move on to another line and cut it off. All those will be there until when you become so competent with it that you know how to use it properly. So the facilities, when the lecturer started, we have to be doing what they can. But as they go on and further training, because the training was going on continuously virtually, and all the training was also recorded so that the lecturers can go back to it, how to use the system. So they first started using the system in the way they knew, but further training before the end of the lectures, you were able to stop jumping and you were able to have interaction. And we actually registered with the students to listen in with what the lecturers were doing. And at the beginning, on the first day, 17,000 students logged in at the same time. And everybody started, the first day, and everybody started calling in, what's the problem? But we need to adapt our facilities to upgrade it, to be able to accommodate it. And the fact that we had a timetabling method, we don't expect everybody to come in at the same time. And everybody logging in at the same time as if it's a physical examination was able to cause some problem initially. But as people get used to knowing that this is going to work, they all calm down and they log in at the time when they are supposed to log in. So, dumping of and not interactive was at the beginning, but as the lecture, as the time goes by, that one stopped, and people are able to know when people call in that there is a problem. We change all the things that are changing. We have telephone, email, and so many other things. The next one, anyway, I can maybe on DSA. Fumigation of hostel, screening of students before they enter. And somebody is asking whether their treatment has gone. So can you take that one? Yeah, let's use this one.
I'll start with the first question from the Guardian reporter. on the challenges from the perspective of students. As a DSA, I have various platforms where I communicate with students and get responses from them. For instance, the Telegram platform that I manage for students has over 11,000 students on it. I also have 4 different WhatsApp platforms through which I communicate with students. So I can give, a summary of the discourses that have taken place on these platforms. The issue of challenges. I think the first one really is a situation where the university student doesn't in fact recognize that once you or she gains admission, the first thing he or she ought to have is a laptop. So when we started going online, the challenge was, sir, I don't have a laptop. And I said, you have a smartphone. You see, our students prefer to buy smartphones. Do it, they snap lectures on the lecture board than have a laptop. That's the primary equipment in no universities all over the world. So this was a very, very major challenge that we had. The Vice Chancellor and I and management scrambled and scrambled to get good-will people to donate laptops. We didn't foresee. So what then happened? Smart Nigerians set up that cafes close to the campus and the surrounding neighborhood where students could go and pay 30,000 to get access to online materials for the tests and the exams. Beyond that, students also had connectivity problems from the networks. We also had power challenges. I had a student in the East that was literally busy with me to look for money to get into a town where he could get access to electricity. But where he was living in the village, there was no power. So these are essentially Nigerian problems. So now that we are going online, and I'm sure my friends are listening, I think that it's absolutely imperative that as a university student, all of them should endeavor to get laptops. First and foremost, before they buy their smartphones. There is also this belief that the tutoring arrangement that we made were in fact not genuine. I don't mind that. It's just computer that is monitoring us. I was therefore compelled to make announcements severally. That's it, the tutoring is actually very real. We have videos. I said, if I brought management with a plea to forgive all those that are cheated up to the first or 3 days of the exam. And they had to now make the announcement that thereafter, anybody that is caught cheating will have to face the consequences and the penalty. So somebody was asking about penalties, what was the ratio. This belief and mindset has to change. So I also think that the issue of fumigation. Yes, we fumigated. The hotels have been locked up for months throughout the lockdown period. So before we resumed first semester, we fumigated all the hotels. Now, as to whether we are going to reform the session, we are still in that session. See, with COVID truncated the session. We didn't truncate the session ourselves from where we stopped. For the hostels, when we started the exams, yes, we did 100 and 200 level virtual. Then from the 7th of April, we brought the 300 to 500 level students into a segmented basis. The physical exam, we brought all the 300 level students to the hostels. When they finished their exams, they left. 500 level students also came wrote their exams, then we have the situation of students in education who not only write courses in education, they take courses in other faculties. So what then happened was that 200 level students in education, 200 level students in education literally stayed the whole period of the online physical exam in the hostel. Now we have resumed second semester fully, and they are coming to the hostel. Those that pay for best days will come to the hostel from the 9th of May. The problem that we really do have, if the Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor will allow me, is that students have been asking me, sir, even parents have been calling me, can squatters come to the hostel? And the answer I usually give to them is that, can you ask the Commissioner of Police for permission to break the law? Squatting is illegal, everybody knows that. And I would like the media to draw the attention of our parents and society to a very, very fundamental challenge that we have. Let me give you some statistics here. We have 8 female hostels for undergraduates. I think Makama Bida, maximum number of bed space there is 796. Fagmoa, another female hostel, we have 604 bed spaces. Honors hostel, we have 591 bed spaces. For Guatemala, we have 550 bed spaces. We have 189 bed spaces, approximately 200 bed spaces. Madam Tinubu, 26 bed spaces. Morally, which is actually hostel, 208 bed spaces. And we have one in Army now, it's also female, that's 689 bed spaces. Those are the 21 bed spaces. In Jaja, 818 bed spaces. Marere, 664 bed spaces. Yobaku, 111 bed spaces. Shoda Ede undergraduate, 304 bed spaces. And then the postgraduate hostels, Erastus, 117 bed spaces. 308 PG, we have a 2-bedroom bed space there. We have 16 of such bed spaces. And the 4 bedrooms, we have that 4 room with 4 bed spaces. We have 76 bed spaces there. And Erika, which is named, has 168 bed spaces. In total, we have 8,268 bed spaces, both for the graduates and postgraduate students. And recall, we have 32,000 undergraduate students. We have over 10,000 postgraduate students. We have part-time students in ICE. In total, we have 55,000 bed spaces. Now measure this against 8,268 bed spaces. That is the fundamental problem. That's why we have poverty. What then arises? Students pay 25,500 naira for a bed space and sell it among themselves. Yes, for 200,000, 250,000. This is what is happening. Now, all the neighborhoods around the University of Lagos, you have hotels there. The minimum bed space charge there is 300, 350. So when you ask whether they are going to refund bed space or whether poor students cannot afford hand sanitizer or face masks. Face masks are advertising on my platform. 100 face masks for about 1,000 naira. Wow. How much is hand sanitizer? There's a limit to which we can depend on the university to spoon-feed and provide everything. If students will, among themselves, sell best space at that Shylock level, have no consideration for each other, how much can invest in serving? So these are the challenges we hosted. We do the best we can. When you allow squatting, a 4-person room At night, it comes 12. But each bona fide will have a spotter making 8. The spotter will have a floater. Yes, making 12. And you know what? The bona fide has collected money from the spotter. Spotter has collected money from the floater. These are the realities that is facing us, that we are facing. Emergency phone lines, yes. We have emergency phone lines that go to the health center. We also have an app that will be activated on the 10th. The app is an emergency button. Once you press it on your phone, just expect to download it. Everywhere they are on campus, once they press it, it links the health center, it links me, links the vice chancellor, it links all the area that needs to be linked immediately. I think I'll stop there for now. Thank you, sir.
Yes, when someone is asking for what's it called? Use fully for the year. They have done some, they've done some physically, and they are going to do second semester in the hostel. What money do you want to bring back? Whereas the university is going to be using money for 1 year or 2 years. They started this beginning of 2020, and they are going to use the money until August 2021. How much are we talking about? 25,000. You know that because the school is locked up, does not mean people that are working there will not continue to collect money. The facility managers will continue to get their salary from 25,000. So actually, the university is now taking over. Their money has finished long time. We are actually the one the university has taken over. If you pay 25,000 for a period of 9 months, and now it's going to sell for almost 14, 18 months, and somebody is talking about refund, and we are not asking them to pay more. So the university is doing its best to make sure that those who cannot pay, cannot afford it, the university has to be able to come to the university of Lagos. So we said, what are we doing to virtually challenge students? In course of my speaking, I told you about all the librarians that we've been converting almost all our resources into braille or audio so that they can read. And also, they were assisted physically during they will have time, examination time during the examination. So they are given, in all of residents, they are allowed, each person has somebody who is going to be their assistant, their guide. So we are taking care of usually peer students, and there are many more in University of Lagos than any other university because we are able to give them opportunity to. We have about 48 actually somebody is saying, what support are you to give to students who are not capable of buying hand sanitizers? I think they should move to another university. If a student cannot have sanitizer of 50 naira, if people can use a phone and you can put a charge card on it, you should be able to afford sanitizer. I mean, you don't let us begin to put university to become something. You want us to do social distancing, and you said you cannot afford hand sanitizer. That is not going to be good. The university does not get, how much do we get from the federal government that we now have to buy sanitizer for students? The students will be donated to the university or still holding the university up to this time. Like I told you, all this examination, students don't pay so much, and we give them somebody about social distancing. That's what the DSA was talking about. We do our best to prevent squatting so that social distancing that are put in place at the university can be maintained. And it is important that we don't want any outbreak. We have given opportunity for anybody if there is any problem that the DSC said there will be rapid response by the center. I think that's all I have here.
Well, it's not all. You didn't address my questions.
What is the question, please?
The second one says, we've
Now.
talked so much about students, as in we've talked a lot about taking care of students.
Oh, staff.
Are you making provisions for those who will be also taking care of the students, as in teaching and non-teaching academically, teaching and non-teaching staff?
Teaching and non-teaching staff are on grant, and if they are on grant, they are able to, they are in good order. In terms of, they were able to, so we are bringing students in, that's why we are talking about the staff. They have been taken care of the best ability of the university. We made the place, we given them internet services. We improved this in so many ways. We are even assisted by the Honorable, by the Right Honorable, by the DRB to improve the internet of the university. We said in our speech that we increased our main one data to 2 gigabytes, so that the university is about 600, and we move on because of all this to 2 terabytes to be able to be sure that everybody can teach. And if we talk about the welfare of the lecturers, most of this is University of Lagos. Most of our lecturers there is room for them to have a faculty or department, or if you have a problem with your laptop, there is opportunity for you to use a university or a common laptop or whatever you want to do. To make that even better, we have Zoom account that allow the students, the staff to have Zoom. And having Zoom means that we are able to have interactive. During you use Zoom to teach, you are able to interact. People can raise hands, people can talk, people can see them, can know who is making noise, you can see everything. So for staff, we have trained them as much as we can to make sure they are able to do this job to the best of their ability. And I'm sure from the cooperation we had with them during the examination, everybody was happy to do the proctoring. And everybody who did the proctoring will be given, we gave them the university laptop to do the proctoring. And for those who use their own facility because of convenience, we are going to give them their data back. So we are trying to take care of the staff as much as we need the control of the university. Don't forget, everything we are doing is the meager resources of the university alone. Meager resources. So somebody can say, why don't you buy laptop for all staff? Somebody bought laptop for about 10, it cost him 12, about 12, and cost about how many million? 4 million. Where will the university get that money? But we can solicit for all you freshmen. You can donate to the University of Lagos. We advertise you that have helped us, and we shall give you award for helping the university. So we can go to.
All right. We switch over online and.
Thank you. There's a switch of respect of COVID-19. The second question is, what security plan does the school have for while the students return to school? Looking at the rate of insecurity in the school area and the country at large.
university has been given a guideline by the PSA, which I read out, to make sure we are able to take care of COVID-19. We are supposed to have COVID-19 protocol, and we listed them on our website. People read some of them out. That anybody that is going to come into our hall must be bona fide with officially allocated best space for 2019-2020, so that they will be able to ensure that we have numbers, only the numbers that are able to accommodate when we are accommodating. Only those who meet that condition will be allowed into the hall of residence. A bottle of sanitizer, minimum about 500 ml, to be able to hope that people will work. You must have at least about a mask, 20 face masks or thereabout. You must tell everywhere, no face mask, no entry. But people, if they don't do it, how many police can take 35,000? Must not because promoting overcrowding in their rooms beyond the carrying capacity. You know, the university, our Senate chamber, to prevent overcrowding of people members of staff, we have moved our Senate to the Ajayi auditorium, so that we can have social distance. You see the way we have set our chairs. So we are particular about COVID-19 problem. So we do our best, to the best of our ability to be within the guidelines of COVID-19 for the students that are coming in. That's why we are moving some of our things online. And in terms of security, first of all, let us know that only God is our security. Only because how many places can you secure? How many, even when police is patrolling, how many places, as you are leaving the place, as you are going, you can come. Then the university has gotten more police, security vehicles, and we are proposing so that they can go around continuously around the university, so that there will be no time, and we make everywhere well lit in the night. The DSC has also given in part of the day that is on our website that students should not go singly in the night. They should not go singly in the night, but if you know, University of Lagos is always very highly populated, but in the night, you do not go singly. They should go in a group so that they can defend themselves in case of any attack. And also, because of this, around this, our surroundings, the neighborhood, we have asked for more police presence on campus to assist on a touch and go places, so that, and we also have our police, apart from our own motorized security, to make sure that the go around. We also tinted that you cannot see the people that are inside of the car, because if they carry any students and tinted, you don't know whether they carry the way. So we said we don't want. So if you come with tinted glass, heavily tinted, there are some nice tinted glasses. You can see the person. It's only dark in it. But some are so black that you cannot see who is there. We have asked the security at the door, at the gate, not to allow people like that, because we don't know their vision. They can carry students away without knowing. So if we have that people are not allowed to enter because of their thinking of their then that's one of the things we have done, some of the things we have done. But in any case, only God can help anybody. Only God. Whatever security there. Well, by God's grace, our God is helping us at the rest of the God that we do such attack.
Usually, I send security alerts to the students. The last one I sent was on 30th April. Just few like this. It's as follows. Security alert. We urge all our students to take seriously the security situation in our country, and in particular, the neighboring communities around our Koka, Yaraba, Java campus. Robbery, kidnapping, mugging, and associated attacks with machete and other dangerous weapons have increased dramatically of late. Be security conscious. Avoid taking rides on Okada. Avoid going to Abuli Ocha and other same places at night. Make alert at all times. Make personal safety and security a priority. The reason for this is that the dramatic increase in the population of Abuli Ocha over the past couple of months is such that there's a corresponding increase in attacks on individuals. Okada riders come at night. If you go to Abuja at night, it's like what should be of those days. There are various spots selling roasted turkey and things like that. And our students often go there at night and we usually get attacked. Beyond that, we also have, as everybody has said, arrangements with Sabo Police, Mariga Police, Marine Police to help us keep an eye on neighboring communities. You may also wish to know that the whole campus is under CCTV surveillance. We literally see as much of the campus as possible. We also have some clandestine covert operations that I don't need to spell out. So we do as much as possible to secure everybody on the university campus. Thank you.
Thanks very much, sir. Before we actually interview, after the program is finished, it's some of you so that they can ask some pertinent questions with regard to what we actually read out this morning. But at this point, let me also call on Professor Bello to help with the vote of thanks. You are welcome.
Thank you. It has been a very nice time here this morning. I want to appreciate BBC for this meeting. It is a wonderful meeting that I believe when the people outside there listen to it, they will know what we are doing in the University of Lagos and that we are ready for another semester. Thank you, sir. I also want to appreciate the BSA, for the great work that is doing. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the gentlemen and women of the press for coming. You have made our day very good because the outside world over there will hear what is happening over here and then they will know that we are doing a great work here. Thank you for coming. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
When there's a call, you go that you go. And we are able to get clarification rather than write what is not correct. If you want clarification on anything that we have had, so a lot of people, because they're in town, a lot of people things that will not be correct to you. If you have anything that you are not too sure of, kindly clarify before have anything that is not correct. Thank you very much.
All right. I think. Yes, the AIT crew. Yes. And you, sir.